quick and easy organisation tip for busy mums. I'm Marissa from beautifulyorganised.com, and today I want to share with you a little trick on how to keep up with things like paperwork or follow-up work that you have to do, like admin type stuff. So this will apply to you if you're, say, at work or if you're running your own business, but it's also really handy for just everyday life stuff. So I'm going to share with you today how I stay on top of it and not forget things like forms and notes and letters and bills and all of that sort of stuff. So let's get started. Okay, let's keep it really simple. In fact, this is so simple, you're probably going to wonder why I even bothered to make a video on it. But honestly, if you guys know me, you know that I'm a big fan of really simple, really effective tricks to stay on top of everything. And this is one of my favorites. The example I'm going to use today is the application for my eldest daughter, Sophie. She's going to big school next year. She's starting primary school. And I have to fill out this paperwork and hand it into her school by a certain time in order for her to be enrolled and not miss out on the intake and be able to go to school. Now it really helps to have a spot for all of your incoming paperwork, whether that be business related or just life related or school things for the kids. You can have more than one box if you want to, but as long as you have somewhere for all of the incoming paper in your life to go into, then when you sit down and start to do this sort of task, it's going to make things a lot easier because you're not hunting around the house trying to find them. If you want to know an easy way to get one of those inboxes going and up and running, then go and check out the book Paper Flow by Marianne Benny. It's really good and it's what I recommend to all of my private coaching clients. So I have the application form, and what I do is the first thing I do is I grab a yellow post-it and I stick it on the form. Basically got the instructions on what needs to be done. And here I've just written fill out and drop into school first week in October. Okay, now I know that seems really easy, and it is. The reason I do that is because if I get interrupted while I'm filling out the paperwork and then I have to leave and come back to it, you know, if it's a day or two before I get back to it, I still have the instructions on the front, so I don't have to read through the whole lot to know exactly what I'm doing. It also means if I've got a pile of papers on my desk, if I've written the most important instructions here or the date that it's due or anything like that and put it on a big yellow sticky note, then it's going to stand out more. So if I'm looking at a few different types of admin that I'm doing that day and I see the date show up on here, I'm more likely to grab that and start working on that first, and the other ones that aren't as urgent will wait until later. So then what I do is I start filling out the paperwork. But let's face it, I'm a mum of two and they're both under 6 years old, and so there are a lot of times when I get interrupted. I also work from home too, so a lot of the times I'm stopping the real life stuff to get on the phone or on Skype and coach with my private clients. And you know, it's great to have that flexibility. I love what I do, but the flexibility also means that you're stopping and starting chores or jobs or tasks a lot of the time. So if I get halfway through filling out this form, what I'll do is before I put it down to do the next thing, I'll write on the post-it underneath here exactly where I'm up to and what needs to get done. Now that will apply to either if I get interrupted and then I put what page I'm going on, for example. So you know, if I get onto page 3 and then I get interrupted, then I'll write page 3 on there or finish from page 3 onto that post-it, put it down, and when I come back later, whether it's later that day or later that week, I can just pick it up, look at where I'm up to again and go from there. It's also really handy in this example if I don't have everything I need and that's stopping me from filling out the paperwork. So if I need any medical forms, for example, or other forms that go with this paperwork but I don't have them with me when I start to fill it out, the fact that I've got this here really helps. It means I'm not just going to put the paperwork down and go, oh well, when I've got those forms ready, I'll come back and do it then. No, what I'm going to do is write on this yellow post-it, need this form to continue, and then put it down on my desk, and it'll remind me every time I see that paper to go and get those forms ready. The last thing I'm going to do is make sure that when I've finished filling out that paperwork that I actually go and deliver it to the place that it's meant to be. For me, that's just going to be put in go bag and drop into school on first Monday after school holidays. Easy. If you're not sure what I mean by my go bag, I'm going to leave a link in the description box to the blog post I have explaining what my go bag is, how it works, and how it generally makes my life easier when it comes to running errands and not forgetting to include things. So check that out if you want to know more detail. So that's it from me. I hope that's given you some value and helped you out with being able to stay on top of admin and paperwork and not have to get distracted or lose it or forget where you're up to. So yeah, that should help make life a little bit easier for you as a busy mum. If you'd like more tips, then make sure you head over to the website. When you sign up, you get a little freebie in your inbox from me, so don't forget to do that. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and it helped you, and comment below if you have any questions or anything else that you want to find a simpler way to do, especially if you're a busy mum like me and every minute counts in your day. Have a great week, everyone, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye. Just waiting for the swinging of the curtains to stop because it's messing with my light. Just joking. By the way, I'm sorry if you can hear the noise going on outside. Somebody's fixing their car or lawnmower or something like that. And every time I try and film today, it's like they magically know when I hit record because they start the noise up at that moment. Now I'm gonna sneeze. False alarm.